Tips to perfect your credit score. Getting a perfect credit score is a notable financial goal. The average FICO credit score in America as of 2021 stands at 714, which is considered good credit. But what about the elusive perfect credit score of 850? Though rare, it is possible to get a perfect score, but it can be a challenge to maintain. Jim Drosky, who is president of Illinois Credit Services, a credit counseling company, is one of the people with a 850 credit score. So we took a look at one of his credit reports that calculated he had an 850 score using the FICO 8 model, the most commonly used version, to see what components make up that perfect number. Keep in mind that while each credit bureau has different information on your credit report, you can expect a breakdown of information like 1. Your personal identifying information, name, address, social security number, date of birth. 2. Number and types of credit accounts. 3. Credit limits. 4. Balances. 5. Payment history. 6. Length of credit history. 7. Hard inquiries. 8. Soft inquiries. 9. Bankruptcy. 10. Collections accounts. So here are tips from him to get a good credit score. 9. Know the debt. Hierarchy. All debt is not created equally. Credit card debt is judged more harshly. You may have heard people refer to credit card debt as the worst kind of debt. That's because it typically comes with high interest rates and it's normally not used to acquire assets, which have the ability to appreciate in value. Lenders look at revolving debt such as credit cards to see the number of cards you have and the balances on those cards to see if you are overextended or close to maxing out your cards. The debt that is considered good debt has the ability to help you obtain an asset, say a house, or make an investment in yourself, such as earning a degree or becoming certified in something. That means mortgages and student loans could be considered good debt. Of course, you can still get overextended with a mortgage or student loans. Any debt could be helpful or harmful, depending on your circumstances and how you use the debt. 8. Understand the benefits. While those who strive for an 850 score may be perfectionist, the 21% in the 800-plus club have a solid, practical reason for being there, because they have access to lower interest rates and credit when they need it. Those with high scores get better interest rates and sometimes no money down deals and can save big returns in the long run. The difference in monthly payments you could pay on a $100,000 mortgage with a 4% interest rate versus one with a 7% rate is thousands of dollars. Over a 30-year term, the difference is tens of thousands of dollars. 7. His balance is very low. Though he points out that his balance naturally fluctuates month to month, on this credit report it was a total of $638. This is very low when compared to Americans' average credit card balance of $6,194. Typically he will charge any utilities that allow payments with a credit card, such as his gas, electricity, phone, garbage and alarm system bills, pretty much anything that can be charged that doesn't require cash. But there is an exception to that: any big ticket stuff like car, mortgage or tuition payments. Bigger stuff like that is often either not allowed to be charged or there is a premium to use a credit card, so he doesn't bother with those. But no matter what he charges on his credit cards each month, the key is that he doesn't spend more than he normally would just because he has the flexibility of paying with credit. He clarified that his spending habits didn't change just the way he paid for things. 6. He has a 1% debt utilization. Because his credit limit is high and his balance low, his credit utilization rate. The utilization rate is simply the amount of credit you're using compared to the amount of credit you have available. Experts recommend keeping your utilization rate below 30%. Jim's rounds up to 1% on his credit report, which is a hard number to hit unless you have high credit limits. 5. He has a good credit history. Length of credit history is a key factor FICO considers when determining your credit score, so it helps that Drosky started using credit at a young age. Drosky learned early on about the impact of people's credit on their purchases during his first job in finance at a car dealership's lending department. I would see two people buying the same car on the same day, and one person gets 5% finance rate and the other person gets 19% based on credit, Drosky says. That very quickly taught me the impact of credit, and then I was really curious about what made that number move. 4. No missed payments. Perhaps the most important factor in your credit score is on-time payments. In fact, both FICO and VantageScore list payment history as the top factor in calculating your credit score, since paying your bills on time demonstrates that you pose a lower credit risk to lenders. According to FICO, about 98% of FICO high achievers have zero missed payments. And for the small 2% who do, the missed payment happened, on average, approximately 4 years ago. So while missing a credit card payment can be easy to do, staying on top of your payments is the only way you will one day reach 850. 3. Jim has 2 hard inquiries. A hard inquiry, or hard pull, means that a lender or credit card issuer has pulled your credit report from one of the main 3 credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax or TransUnion. Hard inquiries may cause your credit score to fluctuate slightly, compared to a soft inquiry, which doesn't pull your credit and has no effect on your score. 2. Only apply for credit when you really need it. Every time you apply for a new credit account, the credit issuer will make a hard inquiry. Since hard inquiries will drop your score a few points, try to apply for credit only when you really need it. 1. Fix any errors. There might be a mistake on your credit file from years ago that may be affecting your score. That mistake can cause you to drop from a very good range, 740 to 799, to a good range, 670 to 739. In case you find one, call the lender to inquire and address the mistake. Credit reporting bureaus like Experian, Equifax, TransUnion and specialty agencies are susceptible to error. A search of the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau's consumer complaint database turns up 12,300 complaints about incorrect credit bureau information. The top grievance was, "Information is not mine," followed by account status, account terms and public record. To be proactive against inaccurate information, check your credit reports at least once a year.